I know the flour mill project it's a $2.2 million project, of which 1.7, 80% of that project will be funded from Council of Governments, and for McKinney, with a $400,000, $600,000 contribution to that, we will start developing that corridor so that when the issues get worked out, funding issues get worked out on a state level, we're ready for Highway 5, so that when it comes there, people are going to feel comfortable getting off. The pedestrian walkways will be in place and that area will be redeveloped. But you know what? That could take 10 years, 20 years, and it probably will be closer to 20 years until the entities come together. But we're doing some things from a long-range planning. We'll be ready. MCDC's partnering with the owner of the flour mill, and we're looking at purchasing some potential parking spaces next available or adjacent to that to meet requirements from COG for that grant to take place. And we've asked that developer to be a lot more stringent in putting together their plan so that we can assure when public tax dollars are put into that project that we know we're going to be able to secure those in property that we own, and know that that project's going to be done right.
Rail is in our future, but it's not in our immediate future.
Anything else from Mark?
I was going to ask about what's your position as far as supporting like a 4-star hotel. Obviously, I'm in a situation, I live in Craig Ranch, working in Craig Ranch, trying to stay in Craig Ranch as much as possible. My kids go to school, Frisco, my wife teaches in Frisco, so I mean, everything we do is in this area, and I mean, it's interesting what you're saying, you're right. I mean, we can try and go to downtown McKinney and try and support McKinney as much as we can, but find ourselves in Frisco a lot. But the question really gets back to, and when I look at it from working at TPC, obviously, I mean, for us in the PGA Tour, I work for the PGA Tour, done it, been running tournaments a long time, worked for the Tour for 10 years, but what's your position on a 4-star hotel sitting adjacent across the street? I know that we hear a lot about the city and all the situations with the legal issues with the sort of the debacle over here off 75 and 121, but where are y'all at in your position of supporting that? Because I mean, in my opinion, if we get a 4-star hotel over here, it does several things. I mean, just like when we hosted the Nationwide Tour Championship in 08. I mean, it went out to, I think it was, 121 different countries, 26 million people. It was all over ESPN, the Golf Channel. So it reached a lot of people, and there were some unique things in there with the city and what McKinney was and the hometown feel and what that would do for us to be able to pull. We're talking a major PGA Tour event televised by a major network, and we're talking about bringing in probably anywhere between 50 to 100,000 people that would see McKinney, spend money in McKinney, stay in McKinney, and see the area. So what's your position on that? And it's relevant to us here, and what that would do for us, because I'm sure from hotel taxes and all the different, when you go to a hotel, you get taxed out the wazoo, but I mean, a lot of that obviously funds right in the city. So what's your position on that when we look at the sort of what's happened over there and the city's plan, especially with all the infrastructure already in place and the amenities that are here that are going to continue to come, because we know the hotel's not going to happen in a year. I mean, it's probably a 2-year process, I would imagine. But to get that so that it's something that's, because it could become something that would be every year, that would really sort of grow, Craig Ranch, and of course, I mean, there's a lot to it. I mean, but obviously something that would be hugely beneficial to the city and Craig Ranch, which is where we live, and to see more. And of course, in my opinion, businesses would want to come in, restaurants and boutiques and shops and all that stuff would want to come in because, I mean, I would love nothing more than to be able to, come over and, and my wife and kids and shop over these areas and eat over these areas. And, as we try and support, the Cheesecake and More, businesses around in here, thrive and survive. So kind of a big question, I know, but just really, what's your position on supporting that?
I was excited when I heard it. Miles did the presentation at MCDC 2 months ago, I think I mentioned earlier. It was really exciting. I mean, of course we are. It's positive development in McKinney. It's an outside team coming here and partnering. And from an MCDC perspective, we love to do incentives and partner with people on projects. So I'm excited. Tell me more. I mean, let me see the plans. We would love to see it from our board's perspective and see what opportunities we have to partner. Certainly, I know from a city staff perspective, they're ready. You've got 5 people that are in our tourism department that have a couple of full-service hotels too, and we know that it doesn't really keep them as busy as they would like to be in selling McKinney. I mean, it's a key, it's something that we all know we need. What that looks like in comparison to the Gateway project that, our council has said is one of their top, it's in their top 4 priorities, I don't know. But I'm ready to know. So from a work perspective, we're there, we're listening, we're ready, we're available. Bring it on.
Every business that I talk to in McKinney, and certainly you can look at one of our major employers like Raytheon, says they're thirsty for hotel options in our city. You've already alluded to the benefit through the hotel occupancy tax that comes to the city. We've talked about the ad valorem, tax revenues that flow, and the fact that you bring individuals into our community to shop, dine, and take available of the other options. I mean, it's positive overall response to a quality hotel presence or two here. It's my understanding that those that are representing the hotel meeting space kind of scenario that is currently being vetted at Craig Ranch is that those folks have talked to our city manager, and that they're also interested in providing a response to an RFQ for the Gateway project. So there may be, I'm open to two quality. Wouldn't it be great if we could bring multiple hotel into our community, each with their kind of unique identity, so that they're not just replications of each other? Maybe there's a thoughtful response to a hotel presence at Gateway that's unique and uniquely suited to that 90-acre site. Maybe there's a thoughtful, surely there is a thoughtful response to a hotel convention type scenario at Craig Ranch that's uniquely suited to Craig Ranch, because they're two entirely different sites. Certainly there's opportunities as we're growing our population base, and as we're building our commercial base to, we're ripe for providing the customers for multiple sites. So I'm open too. I don't think you have to get into this, let's pick one thing here. I think we ought to be open to multiple opportunities.
I'd like to, we've got about 15 more minutes, but if anybody has anything would like to talk to Geraldine and Tracy, kind of a little one-on-one or just a group setting kind of thing, so we don't keep tie you guys up for the whole day. But election is May the 12th, if my date right? 14th. There you go. 14th. That's why we brought you early, so we get that date. Yeah, the line starts on the 12th, so you get in line early. Anyway, I want to thank you both for spending your Saturday morning with us and answer some questions. I wish it was a little cool.